Hi guys, we're going to continue on data analysis using SQL, and in the last two or three tutorials we've been looking at how to filter record, how to filter data with single condition. So maybe I want to see those employees working in clothing departments, or I want to see those employees working in tools department or sports department, or maybe I want to see employees earning salary between 100 and 150K, uh, like that. Just how to filter records with different filtering conditions. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at how to filter record using like. We have seen how to filter record using equals. So where I can say select all from employees, where departments equals clothing, because clothing is one of the, let me do a quick select all so we can see everything first. Okay, these are all the records. We have 1000 rows. If I scroll down, you're going to see that we have 1000. We have 1000 records here. So, but I don't want to see all the 1000. I only want to see those employees working in clothing department. So I'm filtering with this column department, and that will give us this. So if I run this together, we have 49 rows. That means we have 49 employees working in clothing department. And if I scroll down all the way, all you see is clothing, because that's the condition specified. So today, what we want to look at is how to use like. So let's say you have a requirement that says, um, give me the list of all the employees that work in department that start with letter C or maybe letter P. So what I can do is I'll say select star from employees, where department where department like. So that means I want to see any department that start with P, for instance. Let's say we want to see any department that start with P. So I can say where department like, you put it in a single quote, where department like P, and you use this wildcard. So what you're saying is return those employees working in departments that start with P. That is where the name of the department start with P. I don't care what follows the P. That's what this wildcard means. This is called wildcard. So what you are saying is any department that start with P, whatever follows, I don't care. It could be A, it could be, but make sure the department start with P. Let's run this and see. So how do you validate this? You go to the department column, because that's what you are using to filter. So if you go to the department column, you see we have phones and tablets, we have pharmacy, see we have pharmacy, phones and tablet. Everything we're going to see here has to start with P, because that's the condition we specified. So what if I change this to, I want to see the list of those employees that work in departments that start with F, for instance. So we are saying any department that start with F, we don't care what follows. That's what this wildcard, this like percentage sign is called wildcard. So if I run this, Let's go to the department column. All we see would be, you see, first aid, furniture, first aid. It has to start with health. What else do we have? Yes, if I scroll down, yes, it has to start with health. So if I run this again, we have 101 employees working in departments that start with health. And we can use this for, maybe let's do first name too. Maybe we want to see those employees that their first name start with, let's say health. So I can change this to first name. So where first name like, okay, let's say health. So I want to see those employees that their first name start with health. So where first name like health. So to validate this, you come to the first name column and you see that Felix, Frasquito, Fania. You see, all the names start with health. So we can do it for last name too, where last name, maybe for this first name, let's change it to D. Let's see those that have D. Um, so when you come to the first name to validate your query, you see, we have D, all true. That's how to validate. You use whatever is specified as your condition. You come to the column to validate your results. Now, what if I want to see those, let's say first name, that start with anything? Okay, this wildcard, let's say first name that start with anything but ends with maybe E. So if I put the wildcard first, I'm saying whatever start the first name, I don't care. But make sure you return those employees with first name with letter E at the end of it. That's what I'm saying. I don't care the first, the second, the third letter, but make sure that what you are returning to me, the last letter in that first name, is E. That's what we are saying here. So it depends on the position of this wildcard. If you come here, you see everything ends with he. Berry, saline, Dale, everything ends with he. If you go through the first name column, everything ends with he. So it depends on the position of this your wildcard. If you put it in front, you are saying, whatever starts, I don't care. But give me something that ends with he. And that depends on the column that you specify. This can also be in the middle. So if I put this in the middle and put A here. So what I'm saying is, give me a first name that start with A. I don't care whatever is in between, but make sure that the last letter is E. Let's run this and see if we have. We don't have any first name like this. Can we change this to maybe F or maybe Y? So we are saying any first name that start with A, we don't care whatever is in the middle, but we care about what ends the name, which must be Y. Okay, we don't we don't have. Can we do maybe um, maybe high, for instance? So first name that start with A, whatever is in the middle, we don't care, but ends with high. We don't have. What about D? We don't. Okay, let's do. I want us to use something that would display results. Okay, hell. You see this guy start with hey, ends with hell. Let's use hell. Let's see. So we need a first name that start with A. Whatever follows, we don't care, but it ends with hell. So let's run this. So so we have it. See this guy start with hey, ends with hell. This start with A, ends with hell. If you go through all these, you see they all start with, hey, okay, four we have four employees. Their first name start with A, ends with L. Can we see maybe A and E? So let's change this. We have 11 employees. Their names start with A, ends with E. So if I go down, it's going to be like that. So you can keep changing this. And why is this handy? Say in an enterprise environment, why would I need to do this? Sometimes you can have a requirement that would make you come up with such grouping and say, I only want to see this set of people. So that happens a lot. Or maybe you have millions of records, millions of rows in a particular table, and you are not really sure. So maybe you want those in their it could be in the transaction description, for instance. So I want to see all the transaction descriptions that start with credit. Okay, so this is handy when you are looking at huge, larger data sets. So you can't foresee all the description, for instance. So maybe you only want to see any transaction description that has loan in the description. So it could be mortgage loan, it could be personal loan, it could be auto loan, any kind of loan. So you just want loan, but they are described in different ways. So this is handy for you. Okay. So you can use it where you can't really do where something equals, because when you say equals, it has to be the exact thing. But when you use this wildcard with the like, it's going to bring up everything in that category for you, and then you can filter your results. So when you are not sure, that's when you use this like. Whatever looks like this, return it for me. The position of your wildcard determines what you're doing. Let's see, maybe we can use this on any other column. We've used it on department. Okay, let's use it on department. Let's see if we have any departments that start with maybe um, D. Let's say any department that start with D, and we don't care whatever follows as long as it start with D. So I'm going to change this to department. So we have 90 employees in those departments. Device start with D. Let's see if we have decor start with D. You see, like that. So what if I say start with D and ends with R? Okay, so we don't care what's in the middle as long as it start with D and ends with R. Let's run this. To validate this, so we go to here and we see that they start with D, end with R. What if we say start with DEV? Let's say start with DEV and ends with R. So the first three letters is going to be DEV. We don't care whatever follows the third letter, but it has to end with R. So let's do that. So when we come back here, we see that all we have is device repair, no more deco, because it's the only department that start with D and ends with repair. How many records do we have? 51. So I hope you get the gist. I hope you get the idea. Is when you are not sure, you are still filtering, so you can use this like to say, okay, whatever department that looks like this, the position of your wildcard determines what you want. If you put it in the middle, that is, you want to see maybe the first three letter, or you want to see the first two letter, you don't care what follows, but you care about what ends. It has to be R. If you put it in front, that means you want to see whatever start with um, whatever it start with, you don't care. Okay, but as long as if it's followed by D and it ends with he. So it depends on the arrangement of the wildcard. Okay. In the next tutorial, we're going to be looking at other other ways we can use, other operator we can use to filter our results or to filter data or record. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.